From a doomed planet in a distant galaxy to a fantastic underground hideaway. From the fortress of solitude to the bustling city room of the Daily Planet. Look, up on the screen. It's Superman. Superman, the movie.
Yes, it is. Good evening. Oh, sorry if you didn't recognize me. That's better. Let's see who's here and if you can hear me. Hang on, I'm going to start the film because it's got a long intro. Or not. Always technology. So let's see who's here. Acres of Movies. Hello. Boyd's here. What's up? Good evening, Jimbo. How are you? No Mamma Mia tonight, luckily. No singing either. Simon Corkindale, a good Superman. He'd have made a good Bond. I don't know about Superman. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Video Tasties. All kitted out tonight. The best comic movie. Sure might be biased. But speaking of the theme, the picture's dedicated to love and respect to Jeffrey Undworth, who was a cinematographer, I believe, that passed away. So I've got the soundtrack here on vinyl. Let's have a look. Whoosh. Hang on. Which way is he going? No, that way. It's mirrored, isn't it? But yeah, John Williams knocking out another epic score. And Ian's seen this one. Bloody hell. Good for you, Ian. Yes. Main theme still gives me goosebumps. Yes, indeed. And a professional would have it playing. So there we go. Got a bit of a long opening. But that's what she said. Let me bring this up. This is the theatrical version we're going to be watching tonight. There's the theatrical version, which is 2 hours, 20-something minutes. Then there's the extended version, which is about 2.5 hours, something. And then there's a TV cut, which is 3 hours. Sonnet. But this time of day, I'll stick with the, there we go, the epic opening titles, which apparently cost more to make these opening titles than it costs to make most of the films in the 70s. But yeah, it's Cal. Hello, words and pictures. Good evening, movie KP. Snaps, indeed. Well done, everyone. Jinxed. John Williams does the music, yes. I don't watch Seinfeld. Didn't get into it when it came out. Are the underpants on the outside, though? That is the question. Yes, Michael Myers. I don't know if it does. He looks odd when he doesn't have the underpants on the outside, doesn't he? But here we go. So Christopher Reeve is, what is he? Third build, even because he was a no one and they wanted big names to help him. That's when you got Marlon Brando being paid. I think what was it? He was paid like $6 million up front and get a cut of the profits. So he made about $20 to $30 million. And then he didn't put much effort in, apparently, because even Christopher Reeve, when the film was released, or after the film was released, he came on the chat show saying how he was unprofessional. He didn't learn the lines. He had to have cue cards, and he phoned it in, basically. Name me a better score for a superhero film than Superman now. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da, Superman. Even in the theme, isn't it? But yes, there's some Batman 89. Two of my favorite themes. Now, who is Marishal Shell? Isn't that Miss Text Marker, isn't it? Or underpants. Overpants, then. Yeah, the special edition. What have I got? So tonight we're playing in this old Warner release, which is a very nice gift from Dr. Impossible. As a backup, and for the rest of the time, it's every Wednesday is Superman Day. I've got the old DVD box set, which has all 4 films, and a sealed copy of the 1 and 2 box set. So you get special edition first film, and then just the standard cut of the other film. So I'm trying to keep that nice. Good evening, Nicholas. So yeah, we're still photographed by Jeffrey Unsworth. A lot of people were up for the directing jobs. There's editor Stuart Bard, who's done every great film you've ever seen. Let's see my underpants. They're called On That Ass. I haven't seen any old Superman shows. I haven't seen any old shows or Superman films before this one, which is shocking. He's not wearing anything below the frame. Yes, newsreader style here. So yes, written. Well, the first script is by Mario Puzo, who wrote The Godfather, and then there's a few other names that did rewrites and everything. I think it's Mackenwitz. It's Tom Mackenwitz. There he is. We've got most of the credits, I think. He's the GOAT of superheroes from AA. And they still can't get him right in since this film, which is, who's going to do the maths? 40, what are we, 5 now? 47 years old now? Directed by Richard Donner, who just done The Omen. It was a whole list of stars. Robert Redford was close to being Superman. And of course, Arnie had the build for it, but not the accent. I think this film is okay. Oh, happy New Year to you anyway. I must admit, I do. For a Superman film, I prefer the second one, the Lester cut, because it just gets straight into it. Because Superman is not going to turn up for about an hour yet. But there's the Red Son of Krypton. Does Superman have his pants on the outside, or is that Batman? It's hard to tell with Batman. Depends on the suit. Normally he has underwear on the inside, but does that mean Superman's going commando, technically? Not my favorite comic book movie, but I agree it's the best. And most importantly, it's definitely in my top 3 superhero movies. That's from Sean. But yeah, can't deny that this, even though this 4x3 is missing half the screen, or half the picture, I should say, there's wonderful models and matte paintings and everything in this film. There's Matt. Hello, everyone. Well, Happy New Year, everyone. Oh, I thought it said honey. There's Mike, just entered. I don't know if you were asked, do you think one of a new one will be Goosebumps or garbage? I trust James Gunn, but then you can't beat Mr. Reed. Wow, that's a good point. The fact James Gunn's involved isn't a good sign. The fact it's a lot of superheroes in one film is not a good sign. But Superman looks right. I don't know about the costume, but if you look at this costume, it's so basic, but at the same time looks great. So it's what's that? They did that with Spider-Man, didn't they? At the end of Spider-Man, the last Spider-Man, was it Far From Home? He had the basic costume right at the end. I'm hopeful. I will go and see it in the cinema, but a lot of it may depend on word of mouth. But there he is. Apparently, he was a lot of trouble making this. Everything had to have, because when he gets to the baby later on, his script was written on the baby's nappy. And then we get the great bad guys from the second film, which are only in it for the beginning here. But hi, Mike. Hi, Paddy. Marlon Brando was what? Jackie Wilson. Yes. Give the film some clap respect. That's indeed. Yeah, so you had the Godfather writer, the Godfather actor. And apparently these costumes that glow up, they couldn't be touched without having gloved fingers. Otherwise, it would tarnish the little glass bits that make it reflective. But yes, Marlon Brando making off like a bandit. Not as much of a bandit as Jack Nicholson did, but... And then, of course, he was supposed to get a cut of the second film and appear in it, but they cut him out from the Lester cut after all the shenanigans, so they wouldn't have to pay him. But he does appear in the Donner cut, of course, and in Superman Returns. Brando being Brando, yes. Because he, by the time we get to the island of Dr. Moreau, Double A. Danny Elfman's Batman and Spider-Man themes are superior. Ooh, to Superman's theme. Ooh, bloody hell. There's fighting words. Spider-Man's a good one. Yeah, Elfman's great. Elfman's theme is up there, but it doesn't beat this. Nah. They get more from this than. But it was like people saying they had to reuse the Superman theme in the new Superman film to get people interested, because they can't make their own themes up anymore, can they? Because if you look at Justice League and Man of Steel had a good one. I will admit that. But I can't think if Batman had a theme in the Batman versus Superman. Wonder Woman got a good guitar riff. Hello, Adrian. Happy New Year to you. Thought there were 5. Well, there's 5, technically 5 Superman films. There's 1, 2, 3, Quest for Peace, Superman Returns. So Superman Returns is supposed to take place after Superman 2. But then there's Man of Steel, Batman versus Superman, Justice League. Zack Snyder's Justice League, isn't there? And then The Flash. Kneel before Zod. Apparently Zod wasn't much of a character before this film, and now he's one of the most well-known enemies. Played by the great Terrence Stamp. Such an impractical planet. And this prison is supposed to be the Phantom Zone, which is supposed to be like an alternate reality or something inside another universe. But they're just trapped in this glass thing. We'll never forgive Beth for executive decision for the obvious reasons. How could he? I have tried to get in touch with him, but yeah, no luck yet. Didn't he direct Star Trek Nemesis? I did saw the 40s version, but it was over 49 years ago when I was 8. There you go. This was the first movie I saw in the cinemas as Adrian. That'd be nice. Can't remember what I was. So this is where I get confused. That's Trevor Howard, another actor they brought in to give it some gravitas. But yeah, if I could replicate this costume, I would have tonight. It's suicide. No, it's worse. It's genocide. Uh-oh. The trouble is, does no one see the giant sun coming at them? This film definitely felt like an old school Hollywood epic rather than a superhero movie. Yes, it does. It's definitely. Let's have a look. But yes, it was Brando's idea to have the S symbol on his clothes as well, so it's something like a hand-me-down. Margaret Kidder, $500,000 and $800,000 in lines of coke. Yes, unfortunately, it's one of those films they say is cursed, isn't it? Because her mental health issues, as we'll call it, and then there was Christopher Reeve had his unfortunate accident, and before the accident, his career was nothing because he was typecast in this. He didn't have one successful film, apparently, that wasn't part of the Superman franchise. But he tried his hardest to be separate from those films with, Street Smart, which he had to do. He only got to do because he made Superman 4 for canon. Someplace in Time, is it? Was it Jane Seymour? But yeah, and then what's the only films I've got of his? I'm trying to think. What's the 90s one? John Carpenter's So and So. The remake, Children of the Village of the Damned. That's what he's done. I remember. I haven't watched Superman properly since I was 6. He is definitely the best Superman. Ooh, He-Man versus Superman. I don't know, because He-Man's just strong. I don't know if he's impervious to damage or anything. Neither I nor my wife will leave Krypton. Apparently he says Krypton. He says Krypton. No, not Krypton. Krypton. I've never noticed, but apparently he says it different to everyone else. Is Batman the one with costume nipples? That's Batman Forever and Robin. There he is. So yeah, I was thanking you for this. What we're watching, Dr. Impossible. Yes, I can't believe Robert Redford was offered the role, including Dirty Harry. The mind boggles. Yes, good evening, Professor. He was, I guess, like Burt Reynolds, the biggest star of the 70s. So first dibs on everything back then, wasn't it? Although he was a star. I think an unknown Reeves was the right choice. If it had been Redford or a big name, it wouldn't have been Superman. It would be a star in the suit. There you go. I think that's what's gonna this new one, isn't it? They certainly do that with all the Brandon Routh, Henry Cavill. Yeah, definitely needs someone. And then can anyone name me who helped Christopher Reeve bulk up? Because he was turned down a lot at the beginning of the auditions because he was so skinny and scrawny. But he did have to dye his hair because it's normally a dark brown, so he had to dye it black for this role. And so yeah, someone trained him to bulk him up, who's also bulked up. Yeah, technically nipples are hidden forever. They're just not as obvious as in Batman Robin. I think the costume is just fabric, just like the comic book, makes it feel distinctive. But this is the thing about all these comic book superheroes. Their costume seems to be just as tough as they are. Because most of the time, their costumes don't even get dirty, and then the next minute, they're ripped in a big fight. But then, because it doesn't say where he gets his costume in this, he just seems to get it in the, I was to say Quantum of Solace, but it's the Solitude place. He just turns up with it, flies off in it, doesn't he? And then it's just an undergarment for armor in Man of Steel. Brando, trouble, surely not. Yes, Brando's speech with Kal-El, the music is so good. I do like Superman Returns, the opening credits to that, because it's got the big theme of Superman and it's got the talking over bits and stuff, which is very good. Yes, apparently, yes. Brando did not wear underwear. Didn't wear trousers, did he? Because it was wasn't it directed by Frank Oz, and he didn't have any respect for director Frank Oz because he voiced Miss Piggy. So he was just playing up. Oh, I did see Noises Up. That's a good point, yes. But I haven't seen it since it probably came out. With Superman Gareth, yeah. Because you interview these legends. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any of these left, is there? Hackman's still alive. I think Susanna York's still alive, but Hackman's disappeared. I mean, he's nearly 90 or something, isn't he? But Mark McClure is a possibility. He was in Back to the Future, Supergirl, and Superman. Is he in all 3, 4? But he's probably ran out of stories. Paul Newman got offered Jor-El, I believe, though Newman didn't get offered another role. I can't remember what it was. You're exactly correct, Professor. Doctor, I can't remember either. Why he landed in Kansas, I don't know. You have to ask, was it Schuster and Schumacher or whatever it is? But there is that spin-off comic that he lands in Britain, doesn't he? Ever consider doing a Bruce Lee film? Which I should do, because I've done Enter the Dragon. But the trouble with the VHS is that it cuts ribbons. I've got a half-made video of all the cuts, and it's quite a long video. It's not like, because the UK banned from the 80s and 90s all martial arts weapons and headbutts, ear claps, and all sorts of other stuff. So his films are very cut, but I suppose I could do the new DVDs. Oh, and it's now synced. Nice. Ooh. No, I don't. Michael Shannon was a bit too noisy, shouty. And it's unfortunate. He was a good Zod, though. Angry as... But then he only turned up for the Flash for money because he knew it was garbage. And then, of course, Christopher Reeve's cameo in The Flash was terrible. CGMS. Quest of Peace of shit. Yes, I did watch it the other day. It's a TV movie at best. And they're obviously correct about his costume was green in some sections, and because of the blue screen effects, and they use the same coming at the camera scene as what's in the background from this film, and in my wallpaper there. So, yeah, Superman Returns. I love the first half, and then I lose interest. Once he's rescued the plane, which is the most exciting bit, it just goes downhill from there. But Ruth was good. Was it Routh? Quest of Peace was one of the first films I saw in the cinema. 5 films I felt spectacular at the time. I was just a kid. Yes, I saw it. Was it 87 it came out, so I saw it in the cinema. I was 14, so can't be blamed for loving it by then either. Another Superman film, awesome. And then we get the, some people call it the Christmas decoration. Because that's the other thing. I'm not 100% sure about the dog in... I know he's a comic counterpart, but could he be making it in a big film is weird. Was it? There's a scene where Dodd breaks with the red crystal, which causes the sun to destroy Krypton. I haven't seen that. Reeve apparently said in interviews that Brando was phoning it in. Yes, he did. I've seen it. I think Letterman, I think it was. He literally was having a go at him, which is very uncommon. But he was very disappointed, especially as most of the budget was going to him. Stamp looks totally malevolent as Zod. Good piece of casting, he thinks. Yes. When you think Zod, I think of Terrence Stamp. Somehow the planet is spinning and people are floating off into space now. Ooh, see that's grey with red people, and this is red with red people on here. Jack Lemmon in 58 as Superman. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen a young Jack Lemmon, so I can't tell. Oh, yeah, Village of the Damned was a decent remake. I know I prefer the original, and I'm way behind in the chat. There he is, Terrence. Unfortunately, Hogmanay was cancelled up in Scotland because of the weather, but Terrence is here. Neil before Zod. I think Ben's been watching the porn parody of Superman. Death Trap. Death Trap is a decent film, but it's yeah, it didn't really do big business, did it? It's one of his better. I think he's trying to do one of those. Was a gay kiss with Kane in that one, isn't it? Trying to get him distant. Every part he did was distancing himself from Superman, and everyone wanted Superman. Have you? I need to watch. I have seen switching channels. I have it on VHS, but I haven't seen it in about 30 years, and I keep meaning to watch it. So thank you for reminding me. Sorry, Garth, I'm being forced to binge watch the new Harlan Coben drama on Netflix. Mike needs to put his foot down. Have you at least got it logged into your computer and set up streaming for this Sunday, Mike, on your channel? Madman's here. Still waiting for the Nick Cage Superman. I am hoping one day CGI will be up to the task to do a whole film of that script with Nick Cage. But yes, his part in the Flash alternate universes thing was very disappointing as much as... there you go, Dave Prowse. Yes, Dave Prowse, Darth Vader himself from Bristol, was the one that gave Christopher Reeve the regime to build himself up, because it's all Reeve. Under that costume, Dave Prowse. See, Terrence knows. I'm way behind. It's Happy New Year to Terrence, Dave Prowse, Darth Vader, Dave... Everyone knew except me. Good evening, Andy. Wasn't Prowse the Green Crossbow man? Yes, he was. Look left, look right, look left again. See? The situation works. Now, who's this guy who plays his dad? Because I'm completely prepared. See, I was thought it was that other actor, Trevor Howard, but it's not. It's if I can spell Superman. Although, has anyone been watching Superman and Lois, the TV show? Because I started watching it the first season, but I just got so bored of the kids in it that I stopped watching it. But it did look like it improved. So the cast. So half the cast hasn't turned up yet. So Maria Schell was Von Dash. Sarah Douglas is Ursa. I was hoping to get her on the channel at some point. She's got her own YouTube channel. And of course, she's in, I think, Conan the Destroyer, isn't it? 123 people in this cast. And most of them aren't turned up yet. Okay. They never put these in bloody order, do they? Glenn Ford. The theatrical cut looks superb on 4K. The audio is incredible. Yes, I've heard there's some good and bad things about the 4Ks of these films. Now, apparently, when the young kid goes to hug the woman after she says her line wasn't scripted, he just did it and they left it in. Oh, Susanna York is gone. That's unfortunate. Have you watched Superman? Yes, I watched Superman, the Christopher Reeve story today in preparation for this. Very sad. But yeah, still a great documentary. Yes, Googling Gene Hackman made me sad. He is so thin and frail, like Clint Eastwood. But I watched him in Narrow Margin the other day. Still, that's a cracking thriller. Yeah, Dean Prose was the Green Curve Man. Don't forget Terrence. It's the dead entertainer living the times, and I watch all these films, and technically, all the technical and cast are all dead. Yeah. Wasn't Reeve supposed to be in The Running Man before Arnold muscled in? I think so. There was another one I saw. Running Man and something else. But something famous. But there you go. True. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Movie Club movies. I said Village of the Damned, Superman and Skywalker together at last. Yes, another person that was cast forever as Luke Skywalker and couldn't escape it. So here we get the young Clark Kent, played by, I just looked it up and I can't remember his name. Which you're all shouting at me now. Come on, where is he? I had it a minute ago. Jeff East. So he's dubbed by Christopher Reeve, and he had to go and do like 3 hours of makeup to make him look like Christopher Reeve. Because I always thought it was just someone that looked like him, and they had it, but I guess they've changed the nose and around the eyes and makeup and such. Terrence Stamp was great in Last Night Solo. Yes, he was. There was a few good things about that film, but not much. Quest for Beast, my earliest cinema memory as well, wasn't even half aware of the problems the film had watching age 5. Exactly, it's just a Superman film, isn't it, as a kid? Am I alone in thinking Brando's more than a little overrated? Yeah, because even The Godfather is just plays an old man, really, doesn't he? What's this? Oh, Nicholas Woodenbell. New member. Thank you, Nicholas. Hang on. No, it won't let me highlight him. Sorry about that. All these powers, I couldn't save him. Yes. One of my favorite lines. Exactly. Because it's really sad, that bit, isn't it? Because it happens in pretty much all the films. And then, yeah, the bit where he cooks the football, apparently it's the football is launched from a cannon and he just had to time it right so it make it look like he was kicking it. But then where did it land is my question when they filmed it. So then we get the not bad running fast. It's not like they did it the old $6 million man slow motion, but it's just like he's awkward running because he's on some sort of frame and rail and stuff, and so he nearly got killed. The actor nearly got killed jumping in front of the train because the system of whatever wires he was on didn't close enough, and I think it was Gene Hackman's brother Richard had to swing him in a bit further away from the train. But in the extended cut, there's a lot more on the train, and so the little girl on the train is Lois Lane, who we'll see later. But then her parents are the people that voiced the Superman in the radio show, I believe, or in the TV show back in the 50s. I haven't seen The Limey. I know Terrence Stamp's supposed to be good at that. Is that a Steven Soderbergh film? I can't remember now. Yeah, I think he was hardly the actor of his generation. He was more of a nuisance, wasn't he? Because he got Apocalypse Now. He only turns up at the end. He's only at this at the beginning. And then what else has he been in? I guess I haven't seen his motorcycle one. In the space of a year, I walked past Terrence Stamp and Ian McDiarmid in a quiet street in Soho, and I stupidly didn't ask either of them for autograph. This was before selfish photos. Nice. I guess they were doing theatre stuff back then, I guess. Or visiting the porno theatres. Trousers in Clockwork Orange 2. Yes, he carries Patrick Mooney around the place in his wheelchair. Yes, I keep noticing that every time I see it. I think it's not the Green Cross Code man carrying that man. Yeah, it's always the. I think they would have done better without dubbing Reeve on this bit. I know he's trying to sound younger, but it's just off-putting hearing a different one. Yeah, you can see in this HD version the nose is a different color and such. So there you go. Thank you, Nicholas. Welcome. Welcome. Everything helps. Stamp was decent as Tim as the hit with John Hurt, who played contracted hitman. I also like Stamp in Wilder's The Collector. I need to track these down because I watched. Damn, that film. As I say, you recommended the other day. Ian. Sorry, you kneel before Terrence Stamp. Yes. Get up, you fool. That's the voice late. Can't stay to the end. I went to the cinema to see the late night showing of Nosferatu. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I remember Christopher Lee called out Brando for not giving a shit about his job on Superman. Yes. Terrence Stamp said the same thing. Oh, yes. Well, he has very limited screen time, and it's not really like any person in the world could do the part he did. Yeah, here we go. This is straight away he's killed off. But yeah, even so, they couldn't film. Was it Kansas? Is this supposed to be, or is it Idaho or whatever it was? They had to film in Canada, I believe, because the crops weren't ready, or somehow the crops are up higher first in Canada than they are in the middle of the West or East or whatever it is in America, where they have all these things. And then they do have this farm that's going to sell it in Superman 4. He did have to land on ours. Isn't there a Russian version as well of Superman version of the story where he crashes in Russia? But yeah, can't fly and save his dad in this one. Hello, Gregor. Superman Lewis is still available on iPlayer. Give it a try, yes. I know it's got. Was it Supergirl? The series had Ducky. Lenny, isn't it? In Superman 4 now. Lex Luthor. So I saw Nosferatu. It's excellent. There we go. Heard lots of good things, which is worrying because normally it means I'm not going to like it. Christopher Reeve is son of a newscaster. As DC will manipulate and entice him to keep posing as his father for future films if need be. Stop tinkering with his legacy. Well, if you watch the documentary about Superman, his dad was a right piece of work, and nothing Christopher Reeve could do was good enough. Many of the cast have passed away. Yeah, many were old when this was made. So yeah. Oh, there you go. I thought this was Stung and Iron. It was, but I changed it earlier in the week because I thought it's a long film, and it's a school night of all bloody days. New Year's Day. The woman that's with General Zod, she was in the movie with the people that time forgot. There you go. Happy New Year to you. Happy months. Well, it can't be helped. We've only missed half an hour. It's not the. It goes quick, this film, I will give it that, but it is long. I actually noticed it was starting early. There you go. Happy New Year. Hey, Ramon's here. Happy New Year, Ramon. All the lads are in. Yeah. What video are you watching? It's clearly a Panels again. Yes, it's the gift from Dr. Impossible. It's an awesome case. Superman the movie, not to be confused with Santa Claus the movie, also from the Salkinds. And if you weren't here, I'll show off my vinyl Superman the movie. Original 78 release, I believe. Right, which way is it going? No, the other way. Double album. Doesn't have any song listings, but no track listings. Nope, not even a sleeve inside. And they've got the sealed box set special editions from probably about 2000. It's nice to know it's still PG. Nothing's offended anyone so far, but give it time. And I got the what we were watching 2, 3, and 4 on the DVDs, because for some reason I don't have them yet. I don't mind either version of Justice League. I do enjoy Zack Snyder's Justice League, but if I want a modern superhero movie, I'll go watch the other one. But if I've got 4 hours, I will watch Zack Snyder's. There you go. All right. Don't remember. Oh, the freshman. Brando, isn't that? Yeah, he's a small part as a Godfather-like figure, isn't he? So yeah, people have said that he's like miles out in the corn, just waiting, and then makes his poor old mum walk all the way through the fields to get to him. Yes, Miss Tessmacher is great fun. Although they do waste a lot of time when he could be saving people. Miss Tessmacher! Oh, what's Ray Jackson up to here? Oh dear. That's Ray Jackson. Not who I thought it was. But yeah. Because he's supposed to be 18 here, and then he's found his crystal. Brando is a phenomenal actor of his time. That's it. Wild One, Streetcar, Waterfront, Julius Caesar, Viva Zappa. But he was a difficult guy indeed. Now, was he difficult before he became famous and his ego took off? Or was it because of his fame his ego took off? No, for Last Tango in Paris. Well, that's one of the things. They were going to film this in Italy, but he couldn't go back to Italy because that film was going to be... damn, I can't remember. It was in trouble for being too rude, basically. But now he's in further trouble for being naughty with a woman, isn't he? Nearly every time someone mentions John Steinbeck, I think his character is called John Tunstall, and Tunstall is a place in Stoke. 6 degrees of a separation from Stoke here. One-Eyed Jacks and the Appaloosa. Don't think I've seen. I haven't seen that many Brando films, really. Brando transformed acting in Hollywood in the 50s and 60s for the few more movies, and I think his Hollywood peers were obsessed with him ever since, and the adoration made him bored of acting. Oh. Does he come back to Kansas in this one? I know he visits in 3, doesn't he? The toughest thing about Reed Dot was seeing home movies just before the accident. Yes. Was it one of his sons, because he had multiple wives and stuff, lost him, his dad, his mother, and his grandmother in 18 months of each other, which was hard on him. But yeah, seeing the home videos as well. It's like a video made before the fucking fall, a video made before his death, and all this. Yeah. Burn. It's a fascinating Marlon Brando film, a slightly tinged controversy. Unfortunately, whenever anyone mentions Stamp Agency, they didn't mention the poor bastard. Some of the stuff he's done, hasn't he? I did like him in Bowfinger, though, as the head of the Scientologies. But look at this. We've got real places on Earth, which is what was clever about Lord of the Rings. And then The Hobbit thought, fuck that, we'll just CGI it in. Now, apparently, when it cuts to him close up, all that set is like salt and stuff, and people had to wear special boots, this cast and crew, because it was dissolved in their shoes, and they had to wear masks because it was salt in the air all so much. And looks good, though. I think it was, this is a bit filmed in the UK, because obviously we don't have that countryside of Kansas. I still have this DVD Silver Tin, which came out in 2007. I've got a Silver Tin of Terminator 2, but it's bloody rusting, and I don't know how to stop it. Though had David Prowse was one of the few people to tell Kubrick he wouldn't be able to do many takes because it would be strenuous carrying that wheelchair up and down the stairs. Yes, only 100 takes. There he is, 59th survivor of VHS. Happy New Year to you, sir. That's it. Red Sun is the Russian Superman story. On the Waterfront is Brando's best film. Yeah, I need to watch this. I don't know if I've ever seen On the Waterfront or Wild One. Is it Wild Thing? No, that's Charlie Sheen. And I don't know how. Do we see him get information that he should go all the way to the North Pole to chuck this crystal? Or is it just because that's a place no one goes? I was hoping for Richard Pryor in Superman 3. I didn't even know how to classify that movie. Yes, Richard Lester off the leash. So Superman 3 is in 2 weeks' time. Next week is Superman 2, the theatrical cut. The interview Reeve did on Letterman when he promoting Death Trap, good movie, is candid in a way you don't get him on interviews. He really takes Brando to task. Yes, you wouldn't imagine anyone these days slagging off a co-star. They will slag off a film many years down the line, won't they? But yeah, it's all scripted now, isn't it? All these interviews. They know the questions up front. They know what they're going to say. It's all very... that's why I like my interviews. I don't know what they're going to say. Most of the time, it's not good things about Hollywood. Someone with Brando in Scarface. I was fond of Island of Morrow, Greg. Oh, yes, Brando looked a bit like Michael Jackson in that one. That's a weird film. That's plagued by fucking problems, wasn't it? I do have that on X Rental upstairs. Hey, Slipknot fan. You're not known as One Take Cupid. He certainly wasn't, was he? But I do like Brando in Lewis Mileston's Mutiny on the Bounty with Trevor Howard. Great film and stunning film score by Hollywood legend Bronslaw Kappa. But yes, I guess maybe that's why they had Trevor Howard in this. There's Dan. Poor Otis. Yes. I guess he always fucks up, but then for some reason, what's this? Hackman always keeps him around, I guess, to make him. No, I was just looking at my. So yeah, it's just the standard DVDs just put in a big box. So yes, we are 42 minutes in. And Superman has yet to appear. So yeah, we get this crystal thing. They're not labeled, so I don't know how they work. I've been buying up Russian VHS. Russian Top Gun documentary on Miggs. Nice. Sponsor that. Gareth, were you reading Superman comics before these movies came out? Well, this came out in 78. I didn't see it in the cinema, so I probably saw it on TV, which would be 81, 82. Yeah, the first two films I definitely saw on at home on the TV, and I think Superman 3 might be a rental. But Superman 4 I did see in the cinema. But I didn't read Superman comics. I read a couple of Superboy. I remember having a Superboy comic and a Swamp Thing comic, but I lost them somehow. I'm going to say yes. Packaging. What was the smallest writing? And I'm seeing in the dark. Not I need glasses. It's the 1986 package design, it says. Oh, there's more Brando. I can't believe I've not seen you since last year. How time flies. It's been a while, Andy. Thanks for seeing you. Very lucky. Hey, BDM. Happy New Year to you. Probably a 12.5 for his visible bulge. I did see something earlier. And cleavage from the ladies and stuff. Always know this is a long film because I saw someone build a PC from scratch in front of me when I watched this. I thought Superman used to be a U, or did I dream that? I think, yeah, it's only been a PG because this is 86. It's PG on it. On all the versions I checked earlier, it's PG, and then I checked the BBFC. I don't think it was. It's odd that Star Wars is a U, despite the fact people getting locked up all over the shop. But this is still. I don't think it ever changed yet. I was expecting it to be a 12. I guess there's no. He doesn't fight anyone which is what someone's pointed out. It's mild threat, violence, sex references, and language. And that was from 2020. So, film details. I don't think there's anything. Oh, I don't know. That's the trailer. Is that the trailer? Was a U in 2001. Deleted scenes for PG. It's weird. It doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't. And scenes of mild violence and threats may be too intense for very young children, in spite of the fantasy context. Right, here we go. So he's learning all about his planet. There's a lot. That is how I feel bad for my Superman 3. I'm lost watching it. Is it a comedy? Is it an action? Or is it just bad? It's definitely a Richard Pryor film more than a Superman film, isn't it? Do you like the song Everyone Knows? Oh, yes. Everybody knows the dice are loaded. I did like that song, and I just jumped about 100 comments that I'm way behind. Brando praised Agent Provocateur. That's a good website. In the late 1800s, and sent to the British Empire to cause havoc and open up economic trade routes. Interesting enough, I watched Cannonball Run earlier. Miss Tessmacher has a small cameo in that. Who is she in that? Just found Cannonball Run 2. I need to see just for Jackie Chan. Yeah, he has a less part in a sequel, doesn't he? I guess he gets a good few fights though. VHS. Did you know Brando was living in a mansion property overtaken with toxic mold along with his daughter, possibly? Oh, no, I didn't know that. What are your 3 favorite VHS cover arts? I was just going to do a show this month about my favorites. I think it's the basic ones. Batman, 89. And Ghostbusters. Although I would say Return of the Living Dead, Elm Street 2. What else I got about me? My favorites. Don't know. It's too many. Good old Jaws, of course. That's another one. So there he is. He's flying. 48 minutes in. And apparently when he did this, because he was a pilot of gliders and stuff, he knew how to move his body, which makes him different from all the other Supermen. He's more natural flyer. Everyone, when they filmed that bit, it was the first bit of ever him flying, and people were silent until after it had been done, and then all applauded. But then we get to this is New York, isn't it? But then the models and stuff is England. But how did he get a job at the Daily Planet if he's been missing for, is it like 12 years? Because Christopher Reeve was 24 when he made this. But he was supposed to be playing 30, I think is the character. Like how yes, Cannonball Run 2 has Frank Sinatra and Jackie Chan. Apocalypse Now is up there. Same artist design Star Trek 3, search for Spock. There you go. I do like some proper posters. Burn and Share with Jack Palance. Not Share, Share. I've never watched Cannonball Run. Nearly bought it secondhand the other day, but disc looked like it previously owned by Freddy Krueger, so I passed. The first Cannonball Run is very good fun, especially with Roger Moore. Speechless good. I can't find that one. I don't know Speechless. What's that new film? Hot Shots. I call the Quality Racing Dog Toys Day, is it? There's Perry White, who's being recast as a black actor, but this time, just like before, they chose a good black actor, not just doing it for the hell of it. The guy from the Jack Ryan movies. Stallone's cover is still one of the best VHS boxes. Oh, yes. What the hell's my Cobra? Oh, there it is. Yeah. I forgot, that's an awesome poster. So yeah, I've got so many signed ones now. I don't have room for them in the background. I have seen the Death of Superman animated when it came out, but I can't remember a damn thing about it. But yes, so the difference between Clark Kent and Superman is the parting. Clark has his on the right and Superman has his on the left. And of course the glasses. So was it I think, was it Michael Caine that told the story? He was at Pinewood, and then Christopher Reeve walked in as Superman, and all the women nearly passed out, and then he came back later on as Clark Kent, and no one recognized him or even paid any attention to him. But technically he's wearing different clothes. What did I get? Do you like Kevin Spacey's portrayal Lex Luthor? I think it's a bit too loud for me and too over the top. Whereas Hackman's, he's a bit more evil until the fourth film. The Wild One Office got banned in the UK. Do you think they like the idea of a tearaway motorcycle gangs on the loose? That was a staple of TV in the 80s, wasn't it? With Knight Rider, A-Team, always fighting by gangs, and Clint Eastwood. Both Cannonballs are fun if you watch them in the right frame of mind. They're kind of like higher octane carry-on films. That's pretty good a description, actually, yes. Favorite superhero news boss portrayal? No idea. I guess Jameson from Spider-Man, the Raimi films. Yeah, there you go. So before I agrees, Hot Shots Un and Do are funny as fuck, pretty clever in their own way, yes. The Hot Do's Part Do is such a great riff on Rambo. I have the MGM DVD on R2 of Burn. Good film, though. Quite controversial with political underbellies. Hey, Putin's cat. Is VHS really the way to go? It's not the future, but it's certainly good fun. So you look at that cover, and then I guess the DVD just. Although, yeah, the DVD cover is miniature. Hang on, let's see if I can get it bigger now. Just a rainbow. Can't get over there as a quasi Cannibal Run 3. Yes, Cannibal Fever, which isn't great, even though it's got John Candy in it and the guy from Schitt's Creek. Hot Shots Menage de Trois, they should have done, shouldn't they? But I don't know who they would have spoofed for that. And I think that Rex he meets outside, I'm behind, is actual proper real reporter back in the day. Now I get the mugging scene, which was homaged in the Wonder Woman film a few years ago. That's it. Speed Zone, also known as Cannibal Fever. Two names to hide it. What it's linked to. It does have the red Lamborghini in it, though. That's the one. Absolutely the way to go. How many VHS do you have, Michael Myers? Let's see. Oh, yes. Of course, yeah, there's a new movie about Brando. Thank you, Gregor. Yes, with Billy Zane looking absolutely the part. So, I don't know if it's a made-up thing or if it's using facts or anything about it. I haven't heard anything about it. I heard that the early Warner's release had 20 minutes cut because they used short tape. That. I wish I had the old Warner big box to have a look. It probably goes for silly money. At the end of Airplane 2, the credits advertised Airplane 3, but it hasn't come out yet. I need to check on that because I remember seeing something about that, but I can't remember if I've seen it or not. Torrance. Give him more 5 more minutes. Still waiting for the guy waiting in the taxi at the end. Yeah. Hey, there's Anthony. He's seen Nosferatu. Okay, movie. The guy had a moustache. The cinematography was beautiful. There you go. Superman 3 is generally brilliant, but brilliant never for the life of me understand the hate it gets. Because Superman's not in it. So there we get Richard Donner's usual actor, who's in most of his films, Scrooged and Lethal Weapon series. He's the Captain Lethal Weapon, but it's hard to recognize him when he's thin with a lot of hair. Evening all. The Billy Zane Brando film looks interesting. Yes, when you look at, I watched The Phantom with Billy Zane last week. which is a great action film. But hard to imagine him. It's always a shock when I see him bald. But yeah, not alone. Fat and old. Happy New Year to you, Anthony. Happy New Year to you, Gregor. Valerie Perrine. That's it. As the big sheriff. Of course she is. It's all coming back to me now. Yeah, big titted sheriff. Adrian Barbeau tries to outwit. Fingers crossed I can get Adrian Barbeau on. Nearly snagged her, I think, in the autumn last year, but she's very busy. Hey, there's Mike. Welcome, Mike. Oh, do you think General Zod could have beat Nuclear Man? Yeah, I don't think General Zod wouldn't have any problems with Nuclear Man, because I think if you've seen, there's a cutscene because there's 2 nuclear men in Superman 4. They cut the first one because he was a bit of a dimwit, but Zod, I think, would just kill him straight away. Superman 3 is pure bubblegum film. Did the Good versus Superman bit was good. In the Reeve documentary says how Reeve didn't like that film much, and he was just sleepwalking through it. But yeah, not that I would ever notice. He looked great. One thing I remember about Superman 3 was Reeve's remarkable transformation, like Jacqueline Hyde. The sequence was great acting, yes. The only thing 3 and 4 has problems with is what powers he had. Well, 2 as well. The Lester cut of 2 is like when he rips off his ass and throws it over the guy in his plastic wrap. This is a fun watch. Popcorn. Yellow striped smile. Yes, stupid. Can't get the emojis to show. Stupid StreamYard. But here we are. This is pretty brutal, where the guy gets pushed off in front of a train. Superman was my second movie I regarded, named as my favorite movie of all time when I was 6 years old. My first ever favorite movie was The Mouse and His Child. Don't know that one. But yeah. So who built this lair for I forget his name. Hackman. The greatest criminal mind of our generation. I think Superman gonna beat Nuclear Man. Yeah, Nuclear Man only works if there's direct sunlight on him, so he's pretty useless at night. But we'll get to that one in the end of the month. There are some good moments in Superman 3, and that scene where the woman gets turned into a robot is terrifying. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about that. Yeah, that is nightmare fuel for kids, isn't it? And the third one was Conan the Barbarian. Love that one. Nice. I always liked Conan the Destroyer more as a kid because it was shorter and more action. Oh yeah, so hydraulic hiss. Yeah, why is Mr. Tessmacher staying with him? Superman 4 sucks. It doesn't have much going for it. After the Junkyard fight, you can turn Superman 3 off. It's downhill from then on. Yes. Of course, Gene Hackman didn't return, so they got, was it Robert Vaughn? Pretty much doing the same part. And then Richard Pryor is an instant computer genius. I hear a lot of this. Oh, have you not seen it, Michael Myers? You need to watch that one. Do you think they should bring back Nuclear Man? I think they, unless they make him truly evil and not have such bad powers, which is just long fingernails that seem to poison Superman for some reason or radiate him or something. The order I watched the Superman films on CBS, Superman 2, then 3, then 1, then 4. Can't remember which. I definitely didn't see them in order. I think it was 2, 1, 3, but it was a long time ago. Oh, Stallone, yeah, Stallone was up for Superman, and so was, who is Enter the Ninja and Django and the bad guy in Die Hard 2. He was up for the role of Superman as well. But not Stallone now. Well, does anyone know what the number one film of 78 is that was more popular than Superman, even though this was a massive hit? We'll start with that question. And I'll see what my listing is. Animal House, Every Which Way But Loose, Hooper, I love Hooper, love Jaws 2, Revenge of the Pink Panther, I think that's one of the good ones, Halloween, of course, Damien Omen 2, but Invasion of Body Smashers, Convoy. They're all good. Always enjoy some Death on the Nile. Yeah, all good films. But there's one that's massive, that was bigger than this film. Does anyone know it? Just a second, I can see. Ooh. Cliffhanger, I do love Cliffhanger. Spacey was a bit too fake. Yeah, that's it. Fake. That's a good way to say it. Over the top would have been done in seconds. Yes, it was very much downhill away. Plus, oh yes, Pamela Stevenson with a squeaky accent, pretending to be a dumb blonde, but she's not. But she's got a hell of a cleavage. It may have been Roger Moore that told the story about Reeve. Ah, that's it. Roger Moore, not Michael Caine. Thank you. I knew it was some big English actor. Thank you, friends. Yeah, Spacey's good in stuff like The Ref and Seven and Usual Suspects and everything. But yeah, not so much. By the end, what was it? Who's bloody in Batman versus Superman? That was bad as well. I don't feel like a blue and red cape costume would exactly be a pussy magnet. Well, I guess they could see through it. VHS will never that exactly. These things don't rot. People don't expect to see these things around 40, 50 years later. I think Chris Murray's performance as Superman and Clark Kent is so good. He made it difficult for everyone else that tried. Yes, definitely. There's a scene. Is it in this one? They showed it where he takes his he's Clark Kent. He takes his glasses off in Lois's apartment to tell her who he is, and then his whole posture and everything changes to Superman. Then he has a think, and then he realizes when she comes back in the room that he shouldn't tell her, so he puts his glasses on and goes back to being Clark. Bitch. DVDs that do rot. We get mold on VHS, but it doesn't stop us playing them. Yeah. Reeve is Superman. Love to see Doomsday fight Nuclear Man. It must be someone's probably written a comic about it, surely. I like Spacey. Even answered me back on Twitter a few years ago. His answer was interesting. I have asked him on this for an interview a couple of times, because I know he's been doing other stuff. He's trying to get back into acting because he was never actually charged with anything, was it? Or actually sentenced or anything, because it all fell through. Can't see Stallone or Superman, but I can see Miss Dread. Can't see Miss Dread, you know. That would be. I don't know. Yeah, Hitchcock wouldn't have any interest in doing a superhero film, was it? Oh, that extra was waiting for his cue. He looked at the camera and then started walking. Poor Clark. He said good night to everyone and people are ignoring him. But I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Right. So, we're actually getting to the first time Superman does some action. And we're an hour and 5 minutes in already. According to Margaret Kidder, the Salkans insisted that Reeve have a massive codpiece that was filled with ball bearings that she used to flick between takes. Nice. Yes, Billy Zane still exists. Might get an Oscar if he does well. If a Salkind heir called to reboot Santa Claus, who would you cast? I don't know who can play Santa Claus, because Kurt Russell did a good one. The films aren't that great. I don't know. Is there anyone around anymore that old enough to play him? And here you go. Danger's happening. So apparently this scene took, I think it said 6 weeks to film in 2 different locations. I don't know. Because what did we have? We had Red One recently, which had a bulk buffed up Santa, but yeah, massive copies. Seems he hasn't been relevant since he and Kelly Brook called it a day. Lucky bastard. I was just thinking, John Lithgow, could he go? He is old enough, but I don't know. He's quite small, isn't he? But yeah, get him back as the villain. I didn't forget they were a thing. Who else was she with? Statham, isn't it? Must get Stevie. Yeah, must get Stevie on. It'd be amazing. Yes, I will try again in the new year. But here we go. Helicopter. Now, apparently, I think they filmed this and then it sort of happened for real one day, and some poor bastard got when the helicopter crashed on something on a roof or a building or something, and then one of the rotors fell down and killed someone on the floor on the down. But yes, Dead Calm. Yes, great thriller with Sam Neill and Nicole Kidman's bare ass. But yeah, he was great in there, and I don't mind Sniper. But yeah, I watched the Phantom. He's great in Phantom. Yeah, well, yeah, Nicholas likes Sniper too. What was the beach they filmed in? I never saw it, but Kelly was topless in some scenes. Seemed like a Dead Calm ripoff. Dead Calm is good, says Terrence. Yes. Oh, of course, he's in Critters. He's the boyfriend that gets his fingers and bitten off in the barn, doesn't he, when he's trying to get some shagging. Demon Knight. Demon Knight, yes. He played a great bad guy in that. Hamming it up. And he's in Back to the Future. Is it Back to the Future 1 he's in? Yeah. There we go. So we are an hour and 7 minutes in, and does he recognize? So there we go. He decides to run to a phone box, but yes, the big joke being it's one of those that isn't undercover. The expression is like, that's not going to help. Help me. And she's dressed like she's in Heidi High. Right, so where does he go? Oh, yeah, the spinning. Oh, yeah, running across the street and open up the shirt. And then through the spinning doors. There you go. Oh, he's already caught on this. And then say, whoa, Jim, excuse me. That's a bad outfit. But, because the original script was supposed to be a lot more campy and, oh, here we go. Because also in the original script, he wasn't supposed to have the helicopter and carry her, but they had, I think Richard Donner added that in. But yeah, Kojak was supposed to make an appearance and say to Superman, "Who loves you, baby?" Not sure, but I might find it now topless. You say, when wasn't she topless? That's Clive. Oh, hello, multi-relevator. Clive Mantle's. Oh, yes, that's it. Clive Mantle of BBC's Casualty Train was Nuclear Man. Now, he's also in Alien 3. Yes, thank you for that. I forgot about that. He's got this weird expression on his face. He's got like grey makeup on and he's got big frizzy hair. Zane is in Back to the Future. He's in one of them, isn't he? I think it's the first one. Carl Halligus mentioned it today. Yeah, BBC used to show it in the 90s just as much as the Italian Job. Bloody hell, that's all the time then. Yeah, he is the one with 3. Is he 3D glasses on or is he not? But yeah, he's in Back to the Future, one of Biff's posse. At least we got Street Mart because of Superman 4, yes. And I've forgotten who. There you go, so he's flying around. Whee, showing off. Apparently this is the hardest thing for him to do, the spinning upside down one. But now we get everything from rescuing cats from trees to the criminals. I don't know why this criminal has a suckers on his. It's not the best idea. But Street Smart's a good film. Bloody Biff. I've actually seen the robot scene. I can see it would be traumatizing. Yes. Franco Nero. Yes. Bloody hell. I'm way behind. But yes, that's who it was. Franco Nero was one of the, I think he was going to play a Superman. I don't think it's the Superman. Oh, Cage is greater than Sly as Superman. Ooh. Yes. Oh, well, yes. I think that. If you're Superman with a stash, yeah, I probably wouldn't shave it off. Oh, thank you. You'll be on YouTube trending page before long at this rate. Well, yes, it's nice to have you all here joining me. But there he is. Now he lets the guy fall, and he's got a sort of a smirk, like, shall I let him die? Thank you, Andy. But then he knows. I guess he knows he can catch him. Never got the UK Blu-ray release. Unfortunately, it was released in America by Kino, I think, but I don't know. I'm not sure it's as usual. Love Christopher Reeve, but he wrote Superman first, so it's sort of his fault. He wrote the story to Superman 4, did he, or did he have full writing credits on that one? Otherwise, well, I guess, yeah. He wanted full involvement in that, and then he still said, well, the Canon people cut the budget by like a 2/3 or something, wasn't it, in the end? So it was no one's fault apart from theirs. So yeah, Jackie Cooper is Perry White. Apparently Christopher Reeve is Superman and Clark Kent. And it's been 21 years since he passed. And his last thing he did was 2 episodes of Smallville. Superman 4. Where is it? Need to like Street Smart, Superman 4. There you go. 3.7. Street Smart's got 6.4. Writers. Oh, Christopher Reeve is listed as writer. There you go. It's his fault. Every which way was pretty big. Yes, it was. Grease. Andy's correct. Grease was the biggest film of 78. And Star Wars was 77, wasn't it? I think. I still have that. Might have that extra until Street Smart. Yes, I remember that big box. Saturday Night Fever. Dawn of the Dead. Oh, yeah, I didn't see. Maybe Dawn of the Dead was probably not well received when it came out, or not well around, I should say. I don't remember seeing it now. Did they get a cinema release? Maybe. Oh, didn't America was way behind, so I think it didn't come out till like the 80s in America, did it? Clyde Mantle got beaten up quite a long while back. He's hardly ever acted again after that. And said, that's not fair. I heard John Travolta and Dustin Hoffman and Steve McQueen were considered for Rambo. Yes, that had another long list of people who were up for it. Star Wars at 77. I don't know. I blame the pitiful budget. Yes, they just hacked it to death. They wanted a big budget film, but then was it Masters of the Universe lost big. Well, they bet big and lost big. So they took money out of Superman, thinking just name recognition would make money. Star Wars, I think, got re-release as well in probably 79 at least. But it would have been still going because I think this was #1 in cinemas in America for 14 weeks or something. So I don't know how the hell Grease was doing. We got Jay Casali here. I still think Reeve felt like Superman leapt out the comic pages onto the big screen. Yes, I'd agree with that. Because he was Superman from 78 to 87, made 4 films, and then there wasn't another Superman big screen, was it 2006? Is that Superman Returns? Early 2000s? Everyone was watching him back then. Swimming with Sharks. Spacey was good in that, yes. Right, nasty bastard. Spacey was robbed of his Oscar for See No Evil, Hear No Evil. That's one of the reasons I want to talk to him about his accent in that one. Star Wars and more in 78 than 77 than 70. Yeah, I think it was a summer release, wasn't it? So it would have been summer of 77. Spacey is good 100 meters away from most of us. VHS definitely rots. Depends on how you start, I guess. Well, yes. If you get the good metal tapes. I used to adore American Beauty, but I'm not sure it holds up these days. I think the same. I used to think it was an amazing film, but I haven't seen it for ages. Just thinking it's probably not that good anymore. But yeah, so for some reason, Air Force One's engine blows up. Swimming with Sharks is excellent. I think overall basic message of American Beauty is still sound. Yes, it is. Good call, Terrence. Canon cut the budget to make Superman 5. Classic Canon move. Yes. Anyone that's seen my teaser trailer for Superman 5 will know. Kevin Spacey made a movie about 9 Lives. Oh, yes. Wasn't Kevin Spacey voicing a cat in 9 Lives? Some of it feels a bit icky, but I still love American Beauty. Well, we've all seen the babysitter videos. I still find it funny that TV's Oz Clark is one of the criminals at the start of this. The man in blue suit and cape rescuing Miss Lois Lane. It's all about having 5 dehumidifiers storing your tapes away from humidity. Cornwall is no place for VHS, nor is Western Superman. Best I can do is keep the VHS out of the sun, which there's no windows in my loft. Detective. Yeah, that's really creepy when he turns up in 7. Even though he does appear multiple times in the film, you just don't see him properly because you don't know who the bad guy is. Yeah. Why can't I hear the Superman theme? Says Anthony. Well, because this stream would get demonetized instantly. I played the teaser trailer at the very beginning, and that's copyrighted already. So I'll probably have to remove it afterwards. Yeah. Yes, I can hear it. I was listening to that earlier. Copyright infringement. Yeah. Stream would probably be flagged in about 2 seconds if the theme was playing. Exactly. You might get away with just a copyright claim, but yeah, some of them are bastards, which is the problem I've been having with Terminator 2. Literally 4 seconds of footage is flagged, which is ridiculous. I like this. It flies. Look, Ma, no wires. All these newspapers have this pictures of him, except Daily Planet, doesn't it? But, yes, I'd love to play the whole film for you right now, but that's a very bad superimposing picture there. People will say VHS rots, but I literally have the very first VHS I ever owned from the 80s, and they still play. Touch wood. Yes, I've been lucky. I get mold, of course, but yeah, I got tapes and tapes from old days. Yeah, Chevy Chase made a good Clark Kent. Did he play in a Saturday Night Live? Because I just watched Vegas Vacation, but because we nearly had Bill Murray as Superman, Batman, didn't we? Ooh, Anthony's met Margaret Kidder. Was it when was it? Because she was in Black Christmas, wasn't she, originally? Tonight at your place, hopefully, a friend. American Beauty might be one of the best cinema going experience. Saw it opening night, and packed cinema was eating it up. Yeah, I saw it in the cinema. I can't remember much about it though. Might not have been a late night showing. I was lucky to have all my original tapes and haven't ever seen Mold. Never heard of it until people mentioned it here. Well, that's very lucky. It's yeah. I've only got it because it's people's collections I pick up, and they haven't looked after the tapes. They've been in garages and stuff over winter. Been a long time since I experienced a big audience laugh in the cinema. Yeah, that's a good point. Although it's been a long time since I've been to the cinema. Haven't been to the cinema this year yet. Spacey was good run in the 90s. Also loved him in The Negotiator. Savion! Because I'm watching, I was halfway through Die Hard with a Vengeance before I did this. So I'll be watching that at the end. Yes, Christopher Reeve, bless him. If you watch the documentary that came out last year, it's very good. But he was 2 different guys. Strange there wasn't any Spacey extras message this year. Has he done one before? Oh, K-Pax. Yeah, that was Pan, wasn't it? But yeah, I haven't seen that. Or Pay It Forward. I haven't seen that one either. Oh, Nicholas like K-Pax. Because yeah, and I suppose might be an alien from a country. Here we go. Now this is where when he takes her flying is when is a bit I don't like with her fucking poem. Oh, LA Confidential was great. That is yes. Top. Oh, I should have done that for Christmas. That's a Christmas film. I left it out of my Christmas film list because it does take place at Christmas, doesn't it? One of the great neo-noirs. Watch what this is. I was thinking about giving a rewatch. Everyone is great. Arguably Crow's best film. Yes, him and Guy Pearce, two Aussies. And a big... So yeah, how does his X-ray vision work? He seems to be able to choose what he can see and when. Ooh, let me turn that off. Oh, it is off. But yeah, he can choose like a percentage of something to see his X-ray vision. But I think I liked it in was it Smallville when he starts getting it in school and he can see into the girls' showers. Goldsmith on the Chinatown Express. Wonderfully expressing score. Negotiator with Kevin Spacey is good. This is. It's a good thriller. 90s thrillers, pretty good stuff there. Those pallbearers were quite fulsome on that board. Yes, he stands at 6'4" and weighs around 225. But does he? Because they always make it look like he can stomp around. Would any actually want a writing good little super pet for? Well, I guess he wanted it before he knew the trouble it would be. Yes, Donna's gone, Reeves gone, Kidder's gone, Brando's gone. So yeah, but welcome to Salvador with that fun news. Christopher Reeve is Superman. No one could replace him or top him. Yeah, that new guy. Fingers crossed for him, but it takes because Christopher Reeve only turns up at 48 minutes as Superman and Clark Kent, and he's instantly you know what you're in for, but because we've had that teaser trailer so far, but we'll see. Yeah, yes, yeah. Cavill was pretty good, but he didn't have the fun or the films, did he? And technically, he had one film of properly as Superman. Yes, I think I saw LA Confidential at the cinema. I was very surprised because I knew nothing about it going in. Yes, Dawn of the Dead was more of a cult hit. Of course, Glenn Ross, another ensemble piece. Yes, Kevin Spacey is very recommended. Yes, double for me. Trouble is, it's an all-male cast. There's not one woman actress in it apart from a waitress, I think. But yeah, always be closing. Yeah, Christopher Reeve is the best Superman ever. I grew up watching his Superman movies, yes. He got 4. Cavill had technically 3, I guess. Routh had 1. And let's see what this new guy gets. Great Mamet piece, yes. Dawn of the Dead was released unrated in the States, so I don't think it made megabucks exactly. Rest in peace to Marlon Brando. So much cast members passed away, sadly, especially Robert Vaughn and Richard Pryor from 3. Yes, bloody hell. My dog's happy. That's good. I think McQueen was dead at the production. The first Rambo film. Yeah. Well, apparently, the original cut of First Blood was terrible. It's like 3 hours, and Stallone was embarrassed by it and hated it. So he edited the shit out of it, and luckily it worked. Yeah, it's crazy how many of these have passed away, although they are going back a bit. Yes, I think it was the audience participation agrees that works so well. Same with Mamma Mia, yes. The mums. Yes, yeah, because I think the book. Where is the? I can't get to my First Blood book. I get to Jaws, Air America, but I can't get to. But yeah, it probably would be 70s. So yes, they would have been trying to get it made. Any Which Way But Loose, another hit from Warner Brothers for the same year. That's a good point. Yeah, another Warner Brothers release. Every Which Way But Loose. Yeah, I can't remember which way is which. Fly, don't talk, just fly. I'm not telling you what I just saw. Just trust me. Yep, that's on the president's plane. I'm seeing 7 tomorrow on the big. I'm seeing 7 on the big screen in 2 weeks. It was only 13 when it came out. Bastard. Hang on. Oh, I guess you weren't old enough to go and see it because, as usual, I don't have anything to hand anymore. I've got too many tapes here. I need to give it a rewatch. I do love a bit of 7. That's probably why I like the Batman so much, because it's so close to this. But yeah, Morgan Freeman, who was in Street Smart. I honestly like my top 25 minutes released. Have like, oh, honestly, I have 25 favorite movies from 78. Great year for horror, martial arts, and drama. Yes, there was that. A load of greats. I didn't even get. There's only 56 films released, apparently. I Want to Hold Your Hand. Oof. Blue Collar. The Bad News Bears Go to Japan. Paradise Alley. Fourth Time from Navarone. Going South. The Brinks Job. Hot American Wax. Comes a Horseman. Straight Time Interiors. Other Side of Mountain Part 2. Buddy Holly Story. Death on the Nile. Greek Typhoon. Corvette Summer. Return to Witch Mountain. The One Only. Eyes of Laura Mars. Sergeant Pepper. Fist. Whiz. Convoy. Yeah. I couldn't get one film of last year that I could say I enjoyed enough to see it again. Apart from Deadpool, but that's just for fun. Now this is, yeah, how is she flying? Because if gravity was a thing, she'd be hanging like this from him. It's even worse in Superman 4 when the other woman gets taken into space by Nuclear Man. But yeah, this is, the effects still hold up with them flying around here because they got the lighting right, which is the most important bit. But so yeah, are they supposed to be in Metropolis? Because they're showing the sights here. So they've got the bridges and the Statue of Liberty. Yes, Hooper, another big one. Yes, another Warner's one. I love some Hooper. Great tribute to the stuntmen. Yeah, what happened to Warner's? Did they even release films anymore? I've never been to an NFL game. Not a big sports fan of anything. Maybe I'd watch women's American football in lingerie or volleyball, beach volleyball in a hot country. I remember renting 796 and it was taken back by the ending these days before internet spoilers. Well, yes, or before trailer spoilers. I'll have to see what the 7 trailer looks like, but I guarantee it doesn't give anything away. Yeah, he drops the bitch. Did Professor Pickle knock over or attack your Christmas tree? Luckily not. They're very scaredy cats. They did hide under the trees, Pickle and Miss Boo, but and knock decorations off that were on the lower branches, but they didn't jump into it, which was good. And scratch some presents, trying to find out what was in them. The 70s as a whole, highly inventive. Just the other night I watched Walter Matthau and The Laughing Policeman with Silhouette to the group. 2 underrated 70s films. And 2 I probably need to see quick. But yeah, oh. I wouldn't trust him. Yeah, look, she's right side by side holding her hands. And then she's reading, because originally she was supposed to sing the song, Just a Friend from Another Star. But yeah, this big romance. Here I am, like a kid out of school. But I thought, maybe just get her to read it out. Yep. If I had Vegas Vacation, I wouldn't exactly be heartbroken if it developed mold. I did buy that a few months ago. I don't know why. I was looking for a European Vacation, but they were all too expensive. And Vegas Vacation was only £1 or something. Seeing Superman Returns at the cinema with that theme music gradually kicks in at the screen, basically in darkness. When the credits fly towards you, spine tingling. Saying the film was medical, yes. Mediocre, sorry. But yes, I did feel the same. I thought I was let down by halfway through the biggest action scene. I have seen Lost Highway with Bill Pullman, but I couldn't tell you a thing that happened in it. Right, here we go. So, see, the VHS isn't doing this blue screen effect any favors. I don't know if we've seen it yet because he's only just started flying, but there's the cinematographer had to invent a new lens to make it look good. So this is it. So, well, the lens, so it zoomed in on the background and then zoomed out on the foreground, so that when Superman takes off and comes at the screen, it looks like he's taking off really fast, but he's not, because it's just the background. But yeah, so Christopher Reeve, when he goes off the back, here we go. So Superman flies off. I've gone too fast, but here we go. Right, Superman takes off and flies, And in one shot, she answers the door and Clark comes in. So what was it? Superman taking off his rear projection on the outside of her flat. So here we go. Shit follows her. Doorbell rings. So it makes it look like he had time to go and change. Yes, modern audience just won't laugh at certain things, and when they do laugh, it feels self-conscious. Indeed. The modern audience. Assholes. I remember knowing exactly what was on the box. In the box at the end, I saw it. Yeah, because there were some theories hanging around, but yeah, that's what he does say. I put her head in the box, doesn't he? But I think there were going to be some. It was supposed to be someone else's head at some point or something. Some changes were made. None of the latest and never-ending superhero movies that came out can top Superman 78, especially the sequels. Yes, I like Superman 4. I don't hate Superman 4, as I said earlier. It's like a TV movie, but I still got Christopher Reeve and Margaret Kidder and all the cast, which is like, yeah, here it is. So here it is. He's taking off his glasses. He's puffed up as Superman. He's got the mannerisms of Superman, but then he chickens out and goes straight back to Clark, pushing the glasses up. It's like, I've disappeared. But the hairstyle changes. I don't know about the new guy's hairstyle because it's like big and puffy, isn't it? Because people have compared him to Richard Ayoade, haven't they? Or Iode. I spent a night with Superman. Crocodile Dundee on Channel 5 earlier was PC to death. I can imagine it was. It is 9:57. You run Hammer Films. Salvador Dali calls. Wants a 5-picture deal. What do you say? You can do the posters, Salvador. I don't know. Did he direct anything? I'm not up for that. I would like to add that from 78 Straight Time, that's Dustin Hoffman, is it? And Fingers, one of Keitel's best performances, 200 rated and perhaps unknown gems from 78. Oh, thank you. I really must pay more attention to old 70s films. Hey, here he is. Rusty, happy birthday. Happy New Year. All the best. So far, so good. It's for washing your backside. Oh, that's the one joke they left in. A bidet. I don't know. Does anyone have bidets in their house? I've only been to a couple of houses in my 50 years that I've had them. Who was it the other day? I was watching Poirot the other day. He's got one. This movie... Oh, Slasher Friends here. Hello, Slasher. This movie kind of feels like Superman biography because we are introduced Christopher Reeve's character until the next half of the movie. Yes, he's only not long been in it. And then we get Hackman back again. He's barely been in it. Did they see the cold medicine scene? Yeah. Cavill, I like him dying, but he doesn't have the range. He doesn't have the range there. Richard Donner also directed Lethal Weapon franchise, Maverick, Conspiracy Theory, Assassins, Goonies, 16 Blocks. He definitely could do as many different genres. An absolute underrated director. Yes, he did the old one, The Toy. And he was one of the producers of Tales from the Crypt. Him, Zemeckis, and someone else, wasn't it? The big three. I don't count the Superman versus Batman film as actual Superman films. Yeah. I don't mind the extended cut of that, but I do miss that we didn't get Man of Steel 2, where it becomes a more relatable Superman. Remember in Superman 2 when Superman threw that big S on the other guy? What was that called? Awesome is what it's called. I can't... Because, yeah, we'll get to that on next week, but yeah. Can't understand how he can go in the machine, lose his powers, and says it's irreversible, but then 5 minutes later it's like, all right, you can have your powers back. We're only joking. Audience participation, Rocky Horror, picture show. Yes, people throwing toilet paper rolls at the drive-in. Who's cleaning that mess up? Brewitt became film back as for Straight Time is very undervalued. Okay. See, Jimmy Olsen, I don't know. There's no one. It's a nothing part, really, is it? Because Mark McClure's in this one. We've barely seen him, and he just gets rescued later on. There's a cutscene where he's carried off and asks Superman to wait so he can take a picture of the dam blowing up. But there we go, the missiles. But yeah, I can't. It's a nothing part. It's just someone that takes pictures. Unless they give him something to do, he's not really memorable in any version. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Ramon. It's one of the bleakest endings of mainstream movie. Folle Edu is pretty rough, mind. Yeah, I haven't heard what happened in that one. American Hot Wax would love to get HD release of that one. Is it as sexy as it sounds? So yeah, he's got a remote control car he rolls. Now, this is where it gets tricky. There's 2 missiles, but so he reprograms this one, but then he's done it wrong, so it has to be reprogrammed later. But then does that update the tracking for both of them? Ooh, I do like 84th. That's a good year. It's just the top 10 alone. Because Backtrack Cinema is doing a special on 84. Because he's going through all the films, he's watching all the films and doing it. So Beverly Hills Cop, Ghostbusters, Temple of Doom, Gremlins, Karate Kid, Police Academy, Footloose, Romance in the Stone, Star Trek 3, and Splash. Just the top 10. Entertainment. I haven't seen Other Side of Mantle. What's that about? The Director's Cut version has the reveal that the girl on the train is the young Lois Lane. Yes, it's because she says, stop making stories up or something. Lois. But yeah. The TV edit is like 3 hours, though. I've only seen it once, but I don't remember it being the TV edit we got in the UK. I don't know if anyone else knows any different. I haven't been to Japan, but I would love to go. There's a place in Japan called Cat Island where there's loads of cats that live. Now, where did we go? We went to, it wasn't Cyprus, no, Malta. Lots of stray cats there. Hitman 4 has its flaws, and yes, it's the weakest, but still a fun last installment for Christopher Reeve. So yes, and there's Gene Hackman refused to shave his head for this film. That's why he has various hairstyles that's supposed to be wigs, and he wears a bald cap at the end. Been a while for Terrence. I love Roller Coaster 77. I watched that last year. It's a film that kept me off roller coasters for 30 years. The same shot as way Jaws kept me out of the sea for the same time. But yeah, I watched Roller Coaster last year. Well, no, yes, last year now. And Black Sunday. That's 2 great films. Terrorist Attacks. Superman 4 might have been better if they had Superman fight Doomsday instead of Superman. Well, yeah, that would have been tricky to pull off back then. The opening with the curtain opening and the child reading from almost feels like we're watching it in the theatre. It's a very clever style, isn't it? And then, was it Batman 66, which was camp and fun, was the only superhero film in the cinema back then, wasn't it? So it took another 12 years to get this. Happy New Year. Even from 1978, the visual effects still hold up in the original. Yes, they do. They're 4K is supposed to look good, depending on which version you get. Was Lois a good reporter? Apparently, but she couldn't spell for toffee. So you get Larry Hagman. I don't know, was he famous for anything before this? Was it The Son of Blob or something? Was he in there? Because, yeah, it's just before Dallas, before made him a household name. Having lived in Las Vegas, I like that horror of a film. I only found the Vegas Vacation in the 3-pack NTS box set, but I have 2 of those. I've got the VHS X rental and the DVD box set. Donna always credited Tom Mankiewicz for rewriting Mario Puzo's campy script that was more like the Batman TV show. Yes, I did hear that. But I think Mankiewicz doesn't get a writing credit, does he? Just polished it and took out all the crap. There was an underrated movie called Hollywoodland. Oh, yes. Sort of biography and detective story centered around the death of George Reeves. But yeah, that's Ben Affleck, wasn't it? Playing Superman actor George Reeves. So it's got that real situation that happened to him where a kid was pointing a gun because he thought he was Superman, and the bullet would just bounce off, and they had to talk him out of it, which I think Bruce Willis gets in Unbreakable, doesn't he? No, the cold medicine scene was gone. Oh, the whole scene with the lady in the bar, was gone. Even the line of that calls a woman fat. Fucking hell. What's left of that film? And then we got the Native American that's sold all the land. Worth this piece of desert. I hope it's Custer. But yes, recording on the old cassette tape. Happy New Year. Was Crocodile Dundee the ideal role for Paul Hogan? Would you have done Superman or Mr. Freeze to the Riddler? Yes. Well, Crocodile Dundee was the only role he could play, really, wasn't it? Because Almost an Angel didn't do well. What was the Western he did? That didn't do well. And then came back for Crocodile Dundee 3. That didn't do well. I think the first two Crocodile Dundee films, the only ones that done well, wasn't it? Flipper, was he in Flipper? That was probably quite successful. Yeah, Hollywood Land is good. I need to watch that again. That has no teeth. Yeah. I know Nicholas. It has Nicholas Citizen Kane familiar with it. Yes. Probably alone in having Lady Hook is possibly my favorite Don movie. You are alone. Last time I watched it, I didn't enjoy it. It was just quite long and dull, but maybe I'll give it another run. But yeah, I'd put Goonies, Lethal Weapon, Superman ahead of that. Oh, you got the even flying along here. This is a good one where he has to fly out. He just drops out of the window. Almost an Angel is a decent movie. It's a depressing one because the guy bleeds out at the end. The guy in the wheelchair gets cut and bleeds out, and then that's supposed to be a happy ending for him. Oh, there you go. See the British actors at the Pinewood Studios here, and then stand back. So apparently, this spinning around and drilling into the floor is from the comic books. And then there's a whole thing cut out where Superman has to go through a load of traps, which is in the TV edit. I think some of them are in the extended cut where he gets frozen, he gets fire on him, and gets shot by machine guns, and nothing touches him. You hear about Amazon's abridged version of fucking Wonderful Life? Jesus Christ. Amazon, their films are terrible, aren't they? They're just ruining everything. They've spent $1 billion on Lord of the Rings and got nothing for it. What do you think of the new Popeye movie where Popeye is the bad guy? Oh, isn't that one of those horror films? But yeah, because in the documentary for Superman, Robin Williams was one of Christopher Reeve's best friends. They grew up, they were acting together in theatre and stuff. But Robin Williams was making jokes about how kids are seeing there's Popeye walking down the street. Holy, so with Superman, and then it'll all rush up to Superman instead of Popeye. Crocodile Dundee was his own trilogy. Remember Crocodile Dundee Escape from LA? Yes. I remember nothing about Crocodile Dundee 3 LA, but apart from he has a kid in it, which was the thing to do at the time. Put a kid in it, like Mummy Returns and stuff like that. I always have a soft spot for it. It's not as funny as Dundee, but it has a good heart. Just a downer. In Not Our Way, basically, Bullpullman can't get up, dreams of turning into the young Balthazar Getty, and eventually conquers his non-blonde wife again. I love that movie. Yeah. It's tough to make sense of it, though. But yeah, Balthazar Getty, of the billionaire Getty family, isn't it, when he was trying to make his mark in films? Because he did that. He did, was it Young Guns 2? There was something else he was in. It's a Wonder Wife is missing sex and violence. Sounds like a David Lynch film, Nicholas. Yes. I saw Almost an Angel in the cinema. I think I did. It was released on Boxing Day in the UK. It was one of those big films. So here we learn about the San Andreas Fault. So while I'm way behind in the chat. And we get the stock footage of missiles launch. So everything happens. The nuclear bomb goes off, destroys the vault, but gets thrown into space, which release. I think it releases the people in the glass in the Donna cut of the second film, wasn't it? But in this one, it lands in LA, blows up, causes the vault to collapse. Superman flies in, somehow pushes all one section up, and then it pushes all the rest section up. But the dam blows up, but he blocks it. Then he finds Lois, but then she's dead by falling into the hole. So then he spins the Earth round, just enough that it doesn't happen. Never really makes sense because he stops her going into the hole, but then all the other stuff's happening. Is there another Superman helping everyone else that he's reversed, or because the spinning in reverse was supposed to happen at the end of the second film because they were filming these back to back, but the producers thought that's a better ending for this film. But yeah, that's it. Lightning Jack and Rachel should have been called Croc Dundee 3 or a prequel. Yes, that would have made more sense. A prequel. There was a picture of was it Yahoo Serious in the paper? He's bald and he's all thin and gaunt, and he's like 70 now, which is shocking. I recently bought Straight Time. There you go. What's the one with Dabney? Short Time. I keep thinking of Short Time with Dabney Coleman. My second. Trouble with Lynch films. The only one, my favorite Lynch film is like The Straight Story. But I do like Twin Peaks as well. I like Ninja. I have to give a shout out to the late optical effects genius Roy Field. Without Roy's incredible work on all these films, no one would believe he could fly. Yes, good old Roy. I think Derek Meddings did the models on this, didn't he? My nan had a B-Day 30 years ago, and that was the last one I saw. Exactly. The Origins of Dundee would have been fun, yes. Family of Dundees. Almost Angel is a good Paul Hogan movie. I do have that on next rental, I think. Yes, Crocodile No 3 is terrible. I think it's just tame, isn't it? Because it's like a kid's movie. Well, the other two are, even though the second one's a PG, it's a lot more. Because the first one and second one have a lot of lovely scenes in Australia. I don't know if the third one does this. Huh? I forgot about. I need to find a VHS of that. They're probably quite rare. The final scenes in this still kick ass, but in 4 they're embarrassing. Yes, they're just mostly the same clip used over and over again, aren't they? Where's the Danny? Luther picks him up. Luther is gay in this. Strange Bedford. Of course, I don't think I've seen that, but yeah. And there was a film he did about 5 years ago. What's it called? Not The Talented Mr. Dundee or something. It's a spoof of Paul Hogan's life at the moment, wasn't it? Is Walkabout Creek a real place? It probably is a real place, but not called Walkabout Creek. It's probably a lot of places that are exactly like that. It's a shame he did nothing outside Dundee really made any money. I guess, yeah, the same with Christopher Reeve, unfortunately. Typecast. That is the Superman Will Smith slap symbol. What did I watch? Bad Boys for Life again the other day. That was a good 2024 film. I enjoyed that. It's good action in that one. Walkabout Creek Hotel is a real place. Still there today. They remodeled it. Oh, nice. But yeah, I went to Australia for a bit. What was it? 10, 15 years ago now. But farthest we went was the Barrier Reef. Just a bit up. I can't remember the name of it now. The town we went to, but yeah, we didn't venture up into the outback. I always tell anyone I speak to on the phone to get stuffed. Dundee. The Walkabout Creek is in Queensland. Damn. That's where I was living. Should have gone and visited it if I'd known. Didn't see Strange Bedfellows, but I'm sure it's better than what Sandra James nonsense. Yes, that film does have Jessica Biel in her and a Catwoman suit as well, I seem to remember. I don't remember anything about was it? I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry, which ain't gonna be popular to me. I don't mind stealth. I know it's it's ridiculous, but I don't mind stealth. Warner Archive France, my DVD copy on R1 got disrupt, so I had to buy the MOD. Oh, that's a shame. That's not a knife. This is a knife. So yeah, the time between the rockets taking off and him getting out, because he's not strong enough to lift the chain up because his cells are deteriorating. Happy I did not only get the DVD route, only fillers and films, not on VHS. Yes, I would try to get the VHS for these watch parties if I can. Bought Straight Time and Prince in the City just before Christmas, both UK Warner Blu-rays. Meaning to see them for years. Prince of the City, is that? Damn. What's his name from... Christ, I can't think of anything. Deep Rising. Was he Prince of the City or was that something else? Can't see his name. Even the That's Nice line was missing. I'm guessing they didn't let the life something. I thought they'd be over that by now. It's like cutting the knife out of Rambo 3 when the kid plays with it. Ridiculous. Blu-ray, I own 15. That's it. I got about 100 Blu-rays, I think. 4K tapes. Haven't got committed to 4K yet. Oh, I don't need movie posters, don't you? Oh, I love the attic places. This morning. Got a few posters over there. All right, take care. Even though you're probably long gone. I never realized that for a while. Ned Beatty got to be in another Christopher movie with Burt Reynolds, coincidentally called Switching Channels, which okay. Ted Kochev directed it, though. I still have to watch Switching Channels. I keep meaning to. It's got Burt Reynolds, and it's a remake of 2 films, but it's not very good, apparently. Okay, so she's... This is where her top and bra go see-through. Done better. Latest for... Captain's here. Hi, Captain. Nice to see you. Happy New Year, Captain. One of Lament's great police corruption movies, along with Serpico and Q&A. Oh, Q&A, was that? Shit. I can't think of anyone's names tonight. Q&A, I saw that, isn't it? Nick Nolte. Good day, someone. Are you picking up the Searchers and which is 73 on Criterion in 2025 France? I've ordered them both already. I got both of those on VHS. I think I got one of them in widescreen. I Dream of Genie, of course. That's where Hagman was famous. Oh, Captain was here half an hour ago by the look of it, but I'm so far behind. I like the parts of Roller Coaster where George Segal rides the rides on the log flume emotionless as part of his job to trap the bomber. He smiles. He still seems to enjoy himself. Yeah, it was great to see George Segal doing that. Don't hate me, Dong. I'm not a big fan of the Searchers and haven't seen Winchester 70. Never been a Duke fan. I like sure though. Ooh, must admit I haven't seen them either. Seems like we're all too young to fully appreciate this film when it first came out. It's a slow-paced film for a superhero flick. It's marketed to kids, and it just wasn't the right audience. It certainly is, because Superman doesn't turn up till about an hour in. But it does fly by. We're at 2 hours already. There's only 20 minutes left. The joy of being a roller coaster balanced with the task of acting as a serious investigator. Prince of the City, I own the Warner's tape. Rental tape. Good flick, but I always consider the movie to be Serpio Curl light. Gene Hackman's still alive at 95. Glad he's staying healthy. I think is he in Florida playing golf? Lightning Jack, thank you. Serpio, tough act to follow. To be fair, Dog Day Afternoon is probably Lamat's Keen. Adagas, that's the one. I fell off 3 roller coasters, 4 if you count the 4th one. Bloody hell. They're supposed to be safe. I'm slightly younger at 42, but I will say my father showed me Superman at age 5, and I love Naga from all the scenes. Yes. I definitely remember seeing 2 first, I think. Searches in for everyone. As for Anti-Man, unbelievable director. Just wish the decent restoration of El Cid. Yeah. Could be done on 4K. Should Elijah Wood throw Paul Hogan a bone since they were chums making Flipper? Well, Elijah Wood's hardly doing big time these days, is he? It was very different from Serpico. Gino feels like it would serve him right for ranting on the other cops. It's intriguing for me if he gets caught. Love cruising with Pacino and Justice for All. If Margaret Kidder was not cast as Lois Lane, who would you have fancied for the role? I think Carrie Fisher, but she's probably a bit too young back then. Emerson will never learn. Nope. They're sticking to their guns, even though costing them money. I did have the Blu-ray for the Searchers. The transfer looks remarkable for such an old film. I'm sure the 4K looks fantastic. I did watch Hang 'em High this week for fun. With Winchester 73 is a must-see Western, together with The Naked Spur, one of Anthony Mann's best films. But yes, unfortunately, we lost Olivia Hussey as well this year, or last year. So yeah, so that's where this rocket's all over the shop. I don't know why it keeps moving, doesn't it? The Naked Spur is essential. Weston Gavin, who plays the mugger that went to Lois Perth and shoots Clark, the actor, is still alive. There you go. Someone's still alive. He was born in 35, though. Jeez, he's up in there. There's only a handful of John Wayne films I remember liking: The Cowboys, Norman's Reef, and the one he did with Anne Margaret. I've seen The Cowboys, but not for a very long time. Cannot imagine anyone playing Lois, even now they all suck at it. She still owns that role, besides Terry Hatcher. Yes, I'm trying to think. They're very forgettable, the recent ones, aren't they? They don't do much reporting, do they? That's probably the problem. This Lois is always doing something. Yeah. So the whole vault's going under, but he saves one bus. And you can see it's all like tinfoil and lights when he is swimming through the bottom. And then he saves one train by fixing the... Because it's more powerful than a locomotive, so he can take the brunt of it. The Train Robbers with Rod Taylor, great fun Western. I've got about 30 bloody John Wayne films on VHS. Very cavalier approach to time travel, indeed. The Searchers, 56 John Wayne, same age as the movie. Nice. Demi Moore or Courtney Cox would have been good back in the day. I think Lois needs to be slightly abrasive and cocky. Amy Adams wasn't bad, though visually different. I don't know if she had any spelling problems either, did she? Yeah, it's obviously a reverse shot here. And then, yeah, he's just lifting a big rock in the lava, but somehow it repairs the whole section. Ashley catches a bullet. He does not get shot, I should say. Yes. The shootist with Ron Howard was John Wayne's last. Perhaps Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields could have done it because she did do Brenda Starr. Because we get Hemingway, isn't it? One of the Hemingway girls in the fourth one. I'm biased because I grew up on these movies and it's weirdly saddened when Kidder died. Yeah, I know she had her troubles. Oh, Rio Bravo is Ramon's favorite John Wayne flick. I need to watch his big films. West End, Kidder had. Yes, Jesus, I was just reading about it now. Awful, yes. She had a lot of problems. Wasn't stuff a massive plot. Felt like it needed a star. I think that's at that point where they were trying to make that blonde guy a star, wasn't it? He was in that, Poseidon. Then he went into the Firm sequel TV series, but nothing stuck. What was the film with John Wayne and James Caan? He's my favorite actor. They wanted James Caan to be in this as Superman. He was one of the actors, but then he couldn't take it seriously, so he turned it down. That's the Superman curse again. The new actors better watch out. Well, yes, I guess not many of them had success. Kidder had a fling with Pryor on the Paramount film Some Kind of Hero. There you go. She's not in the third film, is she? Or is she only at the beginning? Which knife is better, the Rambo one or Crocodile Dundee knife? I'd have to see them up close, but I think a Rambo knife is probably more practical. Maybe I should give the Duke more of a chance. I think I should as well, friends. I'll join you. My mother loves John Wayne. I asked her recently why she liked him so much. I'm thinking about it. She bet he kind of reminds me of your father. Oh, that's nice. My dad always loved John Wayne westerns. Anyway, maybe it's a generational thing. Both knives, yes. I wouldn't be able to handle either. She had more hands-on than a doorknob, according to the book. Easy Riders, Raging Bulls. Nice turns. Poltergeist, another one that was that poor young actress died after the first one. I do have it to hand. But yeah, and then of course the little blonde girl died after 3. The Omen which Donna directed, had problems as well. Art and the Rambo and Crocodile Pretty much the same one. I don't know if the Crocodile Dundee one doesn't have the serrated edge, does it? I can't remember now. I seem to remember it just as big and long as it was, is. Plus, doesn't have the sewing kit and the compass. Switching channels is alright. Oh, thank you. I will check it out. I'll probably enjoy it. Probably won't be the greatest film, but Happy New Year to you. Back to the retro, Simon. There was a good crowd today. Yes, good crowd. Thank you for everyone for joining me. She seemed to be a lot of fun around like then. The fellatio drive scene is the best part of Black Christmas. Yes. Stupid coppers. George Segal was a good villain in the Dolph Lundgren movie Army of One. Is he in that? I need to watch that again. Is it called Army of One or is it Joshua Tree over here? Or is that a different one again? Wayne isn't all bad, friends. Rio Bravo still touches base with me after the first time I saw it at the age of 10. See, I never paid attention to the westerns my dad watched. They all end up in Florida playing golf. There's another film that my mother really digs, but she also loves Dean Martin, as do I. Bit of Dino, we were talking about Panama Run. That's probably the ones I know him from the most. Yeah, she's in Black Christmas, the original. Franz and the actor pretended he didn't know what he meant, even made it better. Oh, here comes Superman. Yeah, these models are the valley where the water's coming to it. The only thing with water is you can see water and fire. You can tell when they're miniatures, really, can't you? But it looks good. Do you think Sally Field? She would have worked. Yeah, she had the cockiness and comedy chops, didn't she? It's easy to forget what a monster hit. Amityville. Oh, of course, she's in that. Hang on. That's Wicker Man. Only got a re-release of that, but yeah, I forgot she was in that. For God's sakes, get out! Do you think Thanos from the Avengers could beat Superman? Ooh. It's tricky, that one, isn't it? Because you could beat Hulk. That's a maybe. I think Superman has the brain. Well, Thanos is very clever too. Like how Superman tricks the computer in the third film. Ooh, what would you have asked Mr. Reeve if opportunes as such? That's a good point. Good. He's probably got better things to do than talk about Superman, but I don't know. I'm not asking about his theatre acting when he was a young lad. I'm trying to think. Yeah, apart from Superman, because there's not much questions about Superman they can answer. But there's a really good bit where he's happy he's blocked the path, but then he can hear Lois crying. Weird to think the guy went on to play a gym teacher in Bob Clark's Porky's. He was so innocent in that. Of course, it is the same guy, isn't it? Cracking up with the right, a bit of stuff. Typical Hollywood, but she was a lucky kid, and no wonder she had her legs wide open. Now, gentlemen, no chance. George Segal was great in Born to Go with De Niro. Don't know that one. Turkey Shoot is my favorite Hussey movie, even though she hated it and pretty much everyone did. But yes, Turkey Shoot was good. I did watch that again because Brian Trenchard Smith will be back at some point next year. Or this year now. But yeah, I don't know, we mentioned that. But yeah, there's a nude scene with Hussey, or not Hussey in that. She was asked to do it and then said, I'm not doing nudity. So they got someone in, but she didn't have the same body, which is obvious. And Hussey thought, well, now everyone's going to think I look like that. Ambria, she was good. She could have done Lois Lane. She always gave as good as she got. Yeah, Rod Hull was incredible in that one. Cheeky git. I knew someone who kind of looks like a young Margot. Oh. Sorry, born to it now. Still don't know it. But yeah, so she's done in. The only person she turned down was Paul Schrader, apparently. Oh dear, what's wrong with Paul Schrader? Martin's top notch in Rio, but it talks. Red River, that never fails to impress me. What about Shane? Shane, come back, Shane. How and when should they reboot Brenda Starr? I can't remember much about that. Apart from it wasn't that good. Wasn't it just... I always confuse it with that other film that's got Jasper Carrot in. The woman whose clothes keep falling off. I have seen the Brenda Starr film, but I can't remember what type of movie it is. At least he got to have Kinski, and I don't mean Klaus. Eldorado with Khan as a remake of Bria Barbara. Ah, there you go. Apparently Margot was always playing pranks while on set. She was such a kidder. Ooh.
Next say something while I'm talking is getting shot. Please believe that.
No, that's actually a good one there. Oh, I like that one. Ah, that's... Yeah, she was very hot in Cat People, even though I have no idea what was going on in that film. Yes, a lot of actors turned down the movie Misery. I did hear that as well. So no, because it's twice in this film. Marlon Brando says you will not interfere with Earth's past, and you think, what the hell's he on about? But yeah, there's fun. That special lens was done. Yeah, just coming up when he takes off, but he's coming in close to the thing, and the background's going far away from him as a dual lens type thing. This Natasha Kinski went out with Schrader. It's not always about looks, apparently. Hope for us all. Once Upon a Time, it's Henry Fonda and Charles Bronson's a great western. Fonda's great, character's great. Yes, I have seen that one. That was good. I only got halfway through How the West Would Run. What did I see earlier? Operation Wild Geese. I need to watch. I found the VHS for that with Kinski. She led him on. He dumped his wife, and she told him she salutes the directors, and then dumped him. Oh, allegedly, of course. But yes, of course, this making the Earth spin backwards, even at the speed of light, which he's supposed to be going. I'm not sure the physics holds up, but yeah. So the dam gets plugged up. That's fixed. Jimmy Olsen doesn't get hurt. Her car comes out of the hole. So he goes so then he stops, spins the world right. So it stops everything up to the dam just to save her, but then the missiles still hit. The missiles still just, do they? Because it just goes back to her car's all right, and then he turns up and there's no destruction. So what's going on? Answers on a postcard. It's a Teddington lock. You missed a chance there. My wife is identical to Helen Mirren. Nice. If it's Hussy Helen Mirren, lucky Dr. Impossible. I have to go through Red River. Geek Trivia Alert. There's footage from Red River in License to Kill. Kilt. Did you ever see the Spanish ripoff of Superman called Supersonic Man, starring Cameron? I'll do it for anything Mitchell. No. Is it free on YouTube? It might be worth a watch. Favorite Gene Hackman movies? I do like Conversation, and then, of course, I only know him from his more modern stuff, but which I can't fucking think of right now. Enemy of the State, and of course, Unforgiven and stuff like that. So you weren't allowed to see Rambo's Bowie knife in an 18, but you could see a PG-rated Dundee sequel, both around the same year, I think. That is true, because Rambo 3 cuts it when Rambo, the kid's playing with the knife, and then when Rambo's looking for the mine, cut that bit, a little bit of that, where it shows the knife all shiny, and it also, the knife drops on the floor at one point, and then they couldn't show that either. If Gene Hackman were 40, would he have been a good M. Bison? I don't think so. They should have had, well, God bless the guy that did it, who was severely ill at the time, but you need someone that can do some action. I don't think Hackman's ever been an action man. The Man with No Trilogy is great. I have it on DVD. I think I got it on VHS and DVD. Army One was Joshua Tree in the UK. Probably its original title from the opening shot focuses on a Joshua Tree done for apparent reason. In the Army of One title screen. There you go. Because so everything's fine. That's just what I don't get. And then But then you can, so it doesn't make any sense. Don't you just love Hollywood? Exactly. Are you the world's best channel and live streamer? Yes, I am. Thank you for that. Oh, so you are. Sorry. I thought it was a question, but no, I am. The Poseidon mention, that's him. Karen Allen from Lost Ark. Ah, Karen, yeah, she was good. Full of spunk. Not as much spunk as Kidder by the sound of it, but yeah. Get on at Criterion fans. I have the Criterion DVD of Red River. Nice. It's not because no one took Dundee serious. While the Hungerford connection is probably dubious, there are a lot of people back there who emulate Rambo. Well, yes, I guess what was it? 86, 87 Dundee or 85? But yeah, I guess it's before the Hungerford incident. Yes, Karen Allen. I was a crush on her. Yeah, she's great. Stuff like Scrooged and Animal House from '78. So this is the famous Breaking the Fourth Wall, and isn't this the same cinematographer as Space Odyssey? And that's the similar shot with the sun coming over. There you go. Yeah, I must admit this scene still holds up. It's just got the right amount of camera movement and him movement. And then that's it. Bloody hell, we're done. That was quick. But we do have 8 minutes of titles. So wrap this up because it's a school night. The only Howard Hawks film I don't really like is Land of the Pharaohs. Hawks' most underrated movies are Monkey Business and Man's Favorite Sport. I'm really out of touch with the older films. I do try every so often. But then I usually have to do homework, which doesn't include those. I think me and Mike are going to do The Killers, the original Killers films, at some point this year. George Segal was good and fun with Dick and Jane, yes, more than Jim Carrey was in the remake. Hussey's body done on the turkey was ridiculous, obvious shade. Yes, bad tits, if that can be a thing. Mississippi Burning, yes, William Dafoe, that's it. And Tobin Bell has a small role. He had many a small role, wasn't he, before Saw films. He's in X-Files. He's in a lot of other stuff I've seen. Jane and the Lost City, that's it. That's a PG film with her in her underwear. Clothes keep falling off. Jasper Carrot and Evil Narzai. Have you seen Amy Adler's new movie? No, Night Bitch. I haven't seen the trailer or know anything about it, but I'm curious about it. Yeah, Dundee wasn't killing anyone with it. That might be the big difference, but apart from crocodiles. Isn't that the crocodile dead this year, isn't it? See, camera operator Peter McDonald, it says here. Is that the same one that directed Rambo 3? And it's got, second assistant directors, about 15 of them. Because they said they had about 9, I forget what I call it now, being filmed at the same time. Right, where are we? So Superman could have turned back time so that Returns and 4 never happened. I see, good. Yeah, I can see Karen Allen. Ooh. Peter Allwork did the aerial photography. Jane Velocity was trailed at the start of Lender 6 VHS rental. Seems appropriate. But yes, both of them. I can't remember if I've seen Lender Part 6. The big joke being there's no 1 to 5. Yes, I do like Zod's Helper Pals. They are. I'm not so sure on the mute one, but yeah. Not all 80s films are golden. If Superman 4 didn't have Nuclear Man and just Lex Luthor plotting as well with nuclear weapons, it could have been okay. Yeah, Nuclear Man was I don't know if he was a comic book character or something. I know he became a comic book character, didn't he? But wasn't good. Reeves and Mr. Ritter. Let's do Balin noises off, of course. Another one I need to see. The Quick and the Dead and Unforgiven. I keep forgetting Hackman is still in there. So yeah, this was the longest credits as well back then, because everyone's pretty much mentioned in this. One of the worst films ever. Regret throwing that accidental out in the trash. Maybe worth a few bob. That's the thing, isn't it? Even the worst films are worth a bit. French Connection, of course. Scarecrow, Compensation, Night Moves. And Superman, of course. How can I forget Superman? Chief Electricians, Lee Electric at Pinewood. Stunt coordination was Alf Joint and Vic Armstrong, because yes, Vic Armstrong did some of the stand-in stunts for Christopher Reeve, and he also did Indiana Jones and many others. I really want to talk to him, but he won't have anything about it. Scarecrow's classic. Is Joyce DeWitt invited to the Lois Lane audition? It is 1982, and she's excelling in Three's Company, and she has a good read on the character. Do you let her audition? Kid is in Jamaica AWOL. See, I've never seen a proper episode of Three's Company, so I don't know what she's like, but come and knock on our door. The only thing Three's Company thing I know is the joke in Stay Tuned. Cannot follow you. I own both Leonard Part 6 and Ghost Dad, of course, directed by Poitier. Nice. Bat 21, of course. Yeah, that's a good one. That's like Behind Enemy Lines before it was a thing. So window cleaner was Peter Stuck. French Connection 1 and 2 great flicks, yes. 2 is a bit very different. Stir Crazy, Poitier directed. Yes, you can do it quite well. So yeah, we're doing everyone. Second Senator, State Senator, First Controller, Golf Course, Agent is someone, Prison Warden, Engine Chief. Who says Engine Chief? Damn it. Was Cosby ever in a good film? Unfortunately, no, I know. I don't think there's anything I've seen I like him in. I never used to watch the Cosby Show. Still the best superhero movie ever. It might be, yes. I know. See, Batman's not really a superhero, is he? Because he's rich, but doesn't have powers. Mother Chucks and Speed. Of course. Christopher Reeve is Superman. Yes, he is. Bless him. Unfortunately, maybe a bit too much. But I think that's it. Good film. Hello. Ah, yes. All the Americans ripped off us. The British comms. But yeah, I've never seen the American versions. I guess they weren't around much when I was there. Made at Dove Mead Limited, Pinewood Studios. Based on the character Superman. Oops. Right. I fucked up again. Right, let's wrap this up. Thoughts on the package. I have yet to watch the package. I have been in touch with Andrew Davis, though, but I do have the package on VHS, and I still need to watch it. In fact, it's the background upstairs, isn't it? This is the most important superhero of all time. Batman then took things further, but wouldn't have been possible without this movie. That is indeed correct. Thought that was 2 films, Mother Jugs and Speed. Don't remember Speed. Yes, was Cosby and Speed. I see it says, I missed it at the end. Next year, Superman 2 at the end. How much was Hackman paid for Superman? That I don't know. It was probably quite a lot. Oh, she's in Ghost in the Machine. I was going to see Night Bitch at the cinema, but it was in my neck of the woods for 2 seconds. That's a shame. It is Peter MacDonald. He took over from Highlander director for Rambo 3. Yes, the crocodile died last week. I'm assuming, yeah, everyone thought it was Crocodile, the star of Crocodile Dundee dies. Oh, Mother Cosby, Jugs, Racco Elsh, obviously, and Keitel Speed. Can't remember if I've seen that or not. That was an odd story. Why did the dog from Gremlins not get a proper obituary? Or Stephen J. Canal. I haven't seen it in so long, but I think I liked it. Yeah, worst example of clickbait. That was bad. Yes, Tom Baker's still going strong. Bless him. Didn't he do a message this year or something? I missed. Oh, yeah. Starman is a film I haven't seen in 30 years plus. Is it good? I remember. I remember it being good. I remember it being quite a serious film and a romantic film for a John Carpenter film. But I know they made a TV series with John Ritter in it, didn't they? I don't remember seeing it though. I don't care. Many 80s movies aren't golden. I do find it frustrating. All these boutique labels try to sell these kind of movies as masterpieces. Yes, they do. That's the stuff they put on 4K, like Unbreakable, Cynthia Rothrock did not need a 4K and stuff. Some of the other stuff they bring in, they do the same from the 90s. Yes, not everything is gold back then. If Reed had not had his horse accident was alive, what would you be casting him in? I don't know. Would he be Superman's dad? He'd definitely be asked to be one of those, wouldn't he? In something. I'm trying to think. Could you? What did he do? Monsignor. He did Great Escape 2. I'm trying to think. I don't know. He wouldn't do horrors as much, would he? He wouldn't do action films. I guess he'd still be doing dramas, but I don't know what he'd be any good in. Hobgoblins from the 80s. Yes. Don Jinx and Jack Nicholson is getting up there too. Yeah, another one that hasn't acted in 10, 15 years, isn't it? Don't mind Starman, but British play Jalen a bit too quirkily and gets a bit annoying for me. Yeah. Would you like to see Mr. Reeves play a detective? Yes. I think. Did he play a detective? Oh, I guess he's a street reporter. Ah. Keanu Reeves. Great. Yes. Duke Kaboom from Toy Story. Was it I haven't seen Toy Story 4 yet. Grandpa Mel, yes, he's 90 something, isn't he? And he's doing a Spaceballs sequel, even though the Spaceballs TV show is terrible. I own Leonard parts 1 to 5 and Henry 1 to 4. Tank Girl isn't a cult movie. It's completely shy, but both Petty's performance as Lagoon's performances. The Pest are some of the. Oh, I haven't seen The Pest, but the trailer for The Pest was bad enough. I think I've seen Ghost Dad. Maybe I can't remember. The trailer put me off. We know because we lived it. The absolute shittest 80 movies are still better than most of the 2024 movies. There's still some entertainment in the old movies, isn't there? Enemy Mine was a bomb or a film? Of a film. Yeah, it didn't do well. It's a solid sci-fi film. Last time I watched Starman was Christmas 22 when I had COVID. I watched it twice during the time. Something comforting about the film. It certainly is comforting. I know I think it's a happy ending. I can't imagine an old Christopher Reeve, no. Because in the documentary, of course, he's bald and great in some shots, but you know. I will watch anything from 24 with Part 6. Ooh. Loose Cannons. Loose Cannons and Gene Hackman. Yes. And Dan Aykroyd, isn't it? I remember. I've seen it once, I think. I think, I have seen Tango once because Ice-T is a kangaroo hybrid or something. I don't think I have seen Cool World with Brad Pitt because it's Kim Basinger as a cartoon, what's the point? It's almost Orwellian these days. The past is better than the future. Oh, dear. I'm off. Not. Good night. Good night, Devon. So nothing. I'm back Saturday for Terminator 3, the start of that franchise. Oh, start with the sequels I haven't done. We got Mr. DS Gen Z. Oh, did I miss it? No, it was like I saw it at the cinema at the time. I went in 20 minutes in. So I got to watch it all again. There you go. Nice. Oh, Folly Le Dieu and Megalopolis both got torn to shreds, but I admired both films' ambition. Yes, good luck for 2025, everyone. Yes. Russell Mulcahy, that's it. Okay, however it's pronounced. Yes. Aussie director, wasn't he? Did Highlander 2, Resident Evil 3. Megalopolis is like Godfather. Part 6. I like Joker 2. There you go. Have you seen 65? Yes, I didn't mind 65. It was a pretty good sci-fi thriller. What a wait. Great start to 2025 on Video Tasties. Thank you, Ian. You're always welcome here. Oh, Megalopolis was terrible, though. I wish they got Neil Breen to start it. That would have been improvement. Oh, dear. Well, the steelbook of Folly will maybe import that Italian steelbook of Megalopolis. Nice. Undefeatables Baddies was spray with his red sprayed hair deserves to be seen in 4K. I'll take your word for it. All right, Sleepy Buys. Yes, it is going to be Sleepy Buys soon. Neil Breen would improve any movie. Oh, what's that? Oh, message. Thanks again. Have a great night. Yes, and you, Jeff. Thanks for Acres of Movies for being here. Thank you all for being here from Inner Space. I do like Inner Space, and I do love Pure Luck as well with Martin. And it's a Lethal Weapon parody trailer. Megalopolis was open on trash. Watch The Escape Artist. Escape Artist. Why does that ring a bell? I find myself listening to the Joker 2 soundtrack a lot. What can I say? Al Geiger is my Streisand. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Eric. Gonna watch a movie. You take care, Ramon. See you next time. Happy New Year to you, Nicholas, and everyone else. All the best in 2025 to everyone else. Cheers. Babs, yes. Tank Girl or Cherry 2000. Cherry 2000 for me, I think. Babs is Gaga. Oh dear. Happy New Year, KP. All the best, Des. Ramon. When you play Kuda, who do you choose? I remember. Colonel Mustard, I think, if I do. Very rarely play it. I played Lost Valley of the Dinosaurs earlier. I think Follow Do will be reappraised. Dawn of Justice was. Seen two Superman movies on the big screen. The first one on 4. Jesus. I've seen 4 Returns, Man of Steel, Justice League. Yeah. All the others apart from 1, 2, and 3. Can you do a Neil Breen discussion representative discussing each movie? Absolutely not. I'm not sitting through all those. Yeah, what year was The Escape Artist? Oh, it was 82. If you love Hello Integrity, Christopher movies, and you aren't familiar with any of the Superman fan edits, do yourself a favor and check them out. I never watch my Blu-rays again. Ooh, there you go. Fan edits can do quite well, can't they? They fix a lot of problems. Super Stream 99. Thank you, Mark Ross. See you next time. All right. I'm off like a dirty shirt. All the best in 2025. Let's end on that bombshell. Thanks for everyone for joining me. Good time had by all. Went very quick. And a good start to the new year for you and me, by the look of it. So, until next time, when I'm doing Terminator 3 on Saturday, good night and